Hello. Hey there, sexy souls. How are you all doing? Welcome to Weird and Woo, where I am weird and we all get a little woo-woo, okay? We will be pulling some cards today. The chair is making its presence known. Let's make sure that we have... I just want to have plenty of space to see. Hey, June. Let's see. And hey, Kelsey. There we go. We are good. So yeah. Let's make sure I've got everything over here. Okay. Alrighty. I think I'm good. I don't know where I put my candles at, y'all. So we don't have a candlelight. All right. Hope everybody is doing well. We're just gonna pull some cards, see if there's a message for today. I did not get a lot of preemptive information. The energy though, starting off does feel a bit like I don't know. It gives this feeling of finality or end of the line or reaching the end of something. Yet I don't want to say it's like you know how like death card, like, oh, one door closes, something out. Like it feels like reaching the end of a rope, but like there being no real closure. I don't know. It's a weird feeling because it's like I want to go just shy of saying something has finally ended type of thing. And I'm like, okay. So we shall see where that goes. Oh man, something popping up on my dang thing. Oh, tell me, La Rose, I said hello. Okay, you know what? This camera, you know, like it'll be sitting there all perfect, and then like it just chooses a day to do that. Anywho's, hey, Cappy. So yeah, I don't really know if that has anything to do with this or if that's like going to be an indication for somebody to listen up, but we're just going to, oh, okay. So they have already, I'll move my crystals. We're going to use Sacred Traveler's Oracle. I could be butchering. What is it called? Where is it at? Sacred Traveler. Yeah, Sacred Traveler. I got it. Look at me. I don't know about you all, but I woke up. I kid you not. In fact, I'm going to show you really quick. Give me just a second. I'm going to show you. I woke up and saw something. So this is a text message between me and my son, right? The 20-year-old, right? And just to cover that up for him, but like, I'm like, where are you? 4:44. I got woke up by like this kitty cat on my camera out front, and then I couldn't see my son's truck. And so I go back into the camera roll, you know, for like the little camera on my front. And I see him going out at 1:00 in the morning. And I'm like, where are you? Cause like, I don't know. I get up, I go and look, and I still don't see his truck. I'm like, you know, cause you know, the camera doesn't show everything. And I'm like, what? So I'm like, then mommy mode kicks in and I'm worried about him. That's when I woke up and I just 444. Could not, yeah. I could not for the life of me go back to sleep. So that was, they just brought that up to me. They were like, I was going to tell you I got up early, like 4:44. So anywho's, he was like, I'm on my bed. And so he had to park it just a little bit down, like the opposite side of where he normally parks. And of course, you know, I was in my skivvies, so I couldn't go all the way out. I just opened the door and kind of went out into the front porch type of situation. So I didn't see it. And I was like, mommy, I panicked for no reason. He was safe and sound in his bed, and mom woke him up. Yay. And obviously, if he was up at 1:00, he may not have gotten much sleep. So that was really great of mom, right? I don't know why. That's going to play in because it came to mind, and they're like, there was like this, tell a story, and I'm like, and they're like, remember 4:44? Like, honest to God, not until this very moment did I was like, was it? And I was like, hold on, let me grab my phone. Let me see. And it was. I'm like, it was. In fact, I didn't even pay attention to it this morning when I was doing that. So anyways, I've been up since then. Okay. So I don't, okay, we shall see. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. So the feather is making a debut too. This is for a barred owl. Just so that you're aware, that's a barred owl's feather. All right. So we've got this. Don't really joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. Reflect and redirect your energy. Okay, they want me to put it back there like this. There was a reason, there was an order, Shauna. Okie dokies. Impasse, meaning like, impasse is kind of like the point or opportunity to change direction of your energy or focus. An impasse is kind of like a crossroads, in my opinion. Reflect and redirect your energy. Open your heart to joy. There's 3. I didn't realize there was 3. Let's see here. So we've got first light, beginning a new cycle. Okay, so I guess that's where we're at the end. So maybe that's the reason why something doesn't feel finally closed off, is because there's like still a decision to make. Crossroads and impasse. You're at an impasse. You're at a moment where you can kind of like, there's a redirection that's happening. Beginning a new cycle, savor your life, and a fresh new way of living begins. Okay. We shall see. All right. Not yet. So I was going to pull the Fallen Angel Oracle. And then they're like, no, do Madame Endor's fortune telling cards. And I was like, because I don't know. I have this feeling of like, it's always the same freaking message. Like a million cards in here, but it's the same shit that comes out. And it was almost like, I don't even want to hear the same shit. Like, why? What's the point? Kind of thing. There's a lot of like little thingies. I don't know how to explain it that are coming out in this reading. So I'm sure this will add up and make sense to somebody. Let's figure this out. Yeehaw! What was it? Sometimes I forget you're a mom of a 20-year-old. I always think of you as 30. I know. And here's the thing. He can technically go out at 1 o'clock in the morning, but I'm like, excuse me. You don't do that. You let mom know. You know what I mean? Poor child. Like, I don't know. Maybe failure to launch would be my problem if that ever happens for him. But he's doing great, guys. I don't know. Anywho, we got honor and good luck. Oh, good Lord. Why do I feel like this has got to be like, when you hear the same cliche shit over and over again, you're like, I don't even want to hear it. I feel like there's this energy of whatever. I don't know what that one's about. Honor and good luck. Ooh. Okay. The whole point of that is that your luck will soon change. Your surroundings will undergo a transition. Passion and romance await. I feel like life feels very blasé, very like, kind of the energy of like this card. It's like, yeah, oh God. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels like same shit, different day is what I'm going to say. You're kind of like at the end of a rope. You kind of like same shit, different day. They said the hallmark of your ending hasn't happened yet. That was a big statement. Sometimes I want something very direct and to the point and detailed. So the end of the rope situation is the hallmark of your ending hasn't happened yet. And I'm like, the thing that stands out, the milestone to mark the ending of something. Like, it's like being at the end and kind of like, I feel like you're in an energy of, okay. Sometimes you don't feel like something. That might be why. Like, you don't like the hallmark hasn't happened of the ending, the milestone of the ending hasn't happened yet, and therefore the new thing hasn't happened, and so you doubt or don't believe or you don't feel like something has ended, and you just kind of feel like, remember I said it kind of feels like it like you're at the end of your rope, or there's a finality but yet it doesn't feel completely finished. So like something hasn't wrapped up. So I couldn't say that this cycle is done. Sorry, I'd be knocking y'all. And so it feels like, and so the idea of honor and good luck, it's kind of like you're still at an impasse. And it doesn't feel like of your own choosing. If the hallmark of the ending hasn't happened yet, like the thing that tells you in your external that something is done, you know what I mean? To like they said graduation. The graduation itself hasn't happened yet. Then of course you don't feel like you've begun something new, and you're going to be like, there's just something about this honor and good luck. I don't know. And they're like, no, believe me, your luck will soon change. And I just feel like somebody's like, that message would fall on deaf ears. It's like, can I just be honest with you? That does not give me any good goosey feeling. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, whatever. It reminds me of a person who's not like, like you got some people who are words of affirmation that really love to hear praise and hear, and it's like actions speak louder than words to this person. And so someone saying that shit is almost like, oh good God, like somehow, oh, I should be just so grateful because you told me, and it's like, I don't. It's like either show up or like put up or shut up. That's what it feels like. Either put up or shut up. So your luck will soon change and your surroundings will undergo a transition. And I feel like, to whoever I'm talking to, romance, honest to God, like that might be like oh, okay, cool, bonus. But somebody wants just to feel passionate about life again, like to feel alive, to feel like their sacral's on fire again. But for life, you know what I mean? Like energy force just pumping through you, rather than, and like, oh, okay, cool, romance. But this could also be, I gotta be honest with you, it's like you also have to think like being romantic. You can be romantic about the moon. You can be romantic about the things that happen in your life. You know what I'm saying? And so it's one of those things where it's kind of like, I don't know, like a relationship with living again, but I feel more passion being online, or at least that's what the person that I'm reading for cares more about. Like, just and so a fresh new way of living will emerge, and it's like, but these are all just words. If the hallmark of the ending hasn't happened yet, the thing that just, it's like, I just feel like they're the tangible thing that you and everybody else know something has shifted, right? Savor your life. Sandwiched between the new energies of living and beginning a new cycle, it's kind of like, it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't pay attention. Passion and pleasure. I told you. Shit. Maybe if I paid attention, they wouldn't have to pull cards like this. I was like, no, it feels like so. Good Lord, Shauna. Yeah. So I feel like it's more of the like enjoying and say yes. Well, for fuck's sake, I guess if I just paid attention. I guess they know me too well. So yeah, passion and pleasure. Like that's what I feel like is on par. Like, so what is the message then? Like, I don't know the point of coming on and telling somebody, oh, it's all gonna be good. And they're like, I just don't give a shit about what you say. Okay, so now we can pull this. Because I mean, I don't know. I feel like saying someone is focusing on the fact that the hallmark hasn't happened, and it's like they are so, I just feel fed up, but like not in a I'm ready to swing at spirit, or like I want to direct anger at somebody, just like it feels like a surrender to what is, and just Going numb. It almost feels like a thought or desire to go numb, like just to check out a little bit. Oh, my right ear is ringing. Holy moly. Hold on a second. Okay. Instead of going away, it went really high pitch and it's like slightly quieter now, but it's still there. I feel like saying you're just at an impasse and they would rather you direct your energy towards opening yourself up, because the idea of numbing out or just being like resigning to the fact of something, if you just resign to the fact of something, then you're going to be closing your heart off. That's what they're trying to say. I just feel as if somebody might not give a shit. Friendship. I feel like somebody needs to make some friends. Why do these look very similar? See the color tones and everything? Friendship, leadership, vision, diplomacy, upheaval, travel, restraint, exhaustion. Okie dokie, okie dokie. We get to play figure it out, because there's something with the friendship card. I feel like there's connections to be had, or connections that are going to be important. Like, I feel like somebody who needs community. We're going to stick this over here because I want to come back to it. Leadership, vision, and diplomacy. It's kind of this is taking charge of one's own situation, right? Like making the change, upheaval and travel, like choosing to drastically change a situation. Like, this is a choice or a decision or a type of movement that it's almost like you're detonating this upheaval. Like, whatever this travel card means, whatever movement you're about to make is going to, there's something about, you need to make this move. You need to kind of like, okay, I keep wanting to say bring the tower down, but they are asking me to not utilize that terminology. Then give me a fucking word. It's like detonate. I feel like that's where I want to go. I'm like, you're gonna detonate this. You're gonna. I feel like there's like a drastic change that needs to happen. It may be in your environment. It may be that you're going to decide, like, I feel like Knight of Wands type of energy with the upheaval, like last minute, appearing to be impulsive. Like, there was just this swift change. Like, you're meant to ignite something, but we've got restraint and exhaustion. And I think this is where the fuck you're at. You're in this place of holding back because you are just flat the fuck out exhausted. I'm gonna move this over here. I'm gonna figure out what this. We're gonna look at all of these. This one I understand. We're going to look at these in combination, okay? All right. Tell me. We're going to look at the travel and upheaval. Like it's like an up and move type of situation. Like someone out of the blue just choosing to do something, right? It feels like that. Like a sudden drastic change is what I want to say. Sudden drastic change. An upheaval. But it's not a tower moment. Like they don't want me to use that. They don't want it to feel as if it's because you triggered this. You trigger. Are you about to pull the trigger on something? Like, that's not referencing violence, guys, because you know YouTube. Like, are you about to pull the trigger on something? It's almost as if like you're about to detonate. You're about to, push that button. I think that's the numbing piece. Okay, go ahead and explain this. We were all good, and then all of a sudden I'm like, what? I feel like you're meant to pull the trigger on something. You have to do this. In order to replenish yourself, you have to be the one to pull the trigger on some level of like closure. Like there's something you have to do. But you're exhausted. Like, is this thing that you do going to be the hallmark of your ending? We have the strength card. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to choose this. It's going to take a lot of strength to follow through and make this choice. You're the one that's holding you back. 8 of Swords, self-imposed entrapment. So you're holding back from this drastic change. How? Something stopping you from being the King of Pentacles here. How? We'll get to the friendship card in a second. Destruction. Because you will not balance your energies out. We have the 10 of Swords. Like, this is the worst case scenario. Dead, done, and over with. It's time to move on. And Temperance card is kind of like really meant to balance this situation out. Like, what are they not doing? You've got to know. You've got to know. I don't feel like you do, though. Again, this person is just like, and somehow it's like you will have a victory. Your confidence will increase. And it's like, this is like a victory of the self. This is a victory of your worth, knowing your worth, standing in your power, a victory over boundaries. What? Something will, your self-worth will increase, you have the capacity to make this change. I always say this, the Queen of Pentacles is the one that has it all, right? She's mastered the elements. She's mastered her internal energies. And so she has mastery over those things, her mental, her emotional, and her sense of self. Like, she's mastered those things. And so she's got everything possible to become the King of Pentacles, right? To then have mastery over her material world. It's just a matter of choosing to make that change. There's something you haven't chosen because it requires a lot of strength. And there's something in choosing this that brings about the full-on end. And so it hinges on you, and therefore you can't get into this place of focusing on wanting to check out. Like, you have to intentionally direct your energy. Why do we have fucking friendship out here? You know, make that. Put this one crying out loud. I caught the deck except for one card that fell on the floor, and it was the Knight of Wands. I'm just going to show that to you and put it back. So we have the Ace of, you have to, this is like overcoming the self. Somebody has to overcome the self. I feel like the Ace of Wands is your power, your fire, your desire, your passion, and not knowing where your passion lies, like feeling confused, feeling like you might have lost your passion, your confidence, your, like, it's like you're temporarily confused, like I don't know if I can, I don't know if I can, I don't know if I can. Okay, I don't know what this has to do with friendship. Then we have the Empress, the Hermit, and the Ace of Cups. Like something you've like this is long overdue. I don't know why they're giving me this. The Empress, I'm seeing a person pregnant that's like been waiting to, like, this has been in gestation for too long. And you know how if you wait too long to give birth to something, that can become detrimental, not just to the creation itself, but to the person trying to create it, right? And so it's almost like, think if a pregnancy goes on too long, it becomes not only, it becomes harmful to both the baby and the mother. And someone is just failure to launch is what it feels like. Failure to launch. And it's like hermit mode. It just feels like, I don't know if I can. And like, so somebody holds back and stays isolated. And I think that's what friendship is. It's like you need a level of connection right now to help you out in this process. Whoop! I tell you what, I hit that like a million times. Like support, and like you're too isolated. It's like, this is where you notice how the Hermit is going this way. Hermit mode is the opposite of finding joy. So somebody is like, I don't know if I can't, like, you don't, it's almost like you question your level of motivation, drive, follow through, perseverance. You lack the spark within you, like the steam to get the engine going. You don't know if, I just don't know if I can. Like, I don't know if I can. Like, whatever's being asked of you, like, I don't know if I can. And you see how the Hermit, it's like hermit mode is the opposite of what you need to be doing. Hermit mode is facing the fireside matches. Empress, which is the reason why this is taking too long to give birth, and that's going to end up being detrimental. Somebody's in hermit mode too long. Hermit mode is keeping you away from your Ace of Cups, which is your joy, which is your replenishment, which is you feeling fulfilled, your passion and pleasure, your new energies that you're supposed to be living life from. So if you're like, I'm so exhausted, I want to say that's because you keep remaining in this energy and you keep acting like, I don't know if I can do it. So there's a failure to launch. You're at this impasse where it's like, you're going to have to redirect your energy to following your heart. If you feel like there's been a series of negative events, it's because you have failure to launch. And that doesn't mean your lack, like this series of negative events does not mean you're supposed to retreat and wait even longer and doubt your abilities. You're meant to step forward. You have to pull the trigger. You have to detonate this bitch. You've got to create, like, you're going to have to make the move. You're going to have to choose this. And then how do they choose it? Like, what are they having to choose? Because obviously they feel like there isn't an option in front of them. I can't fathom seeing it right in front of you, like it's right there and not choosing it. Like this, I feel like this is like utterly confused. Like, I don't know. And this may be like, I don't know how to direct my I don't know how to direct my energy or where to direct it towards. Where do I direct this passion? Because right now it's burning me alive is what I want to say. It's burning me alive. Okay. I'm gonna use Storm and Terror really quick. Just checking over in the chat. Just as a reminder, guys, if you ever want a personal reading, you can book it on my website, which you'll find in the description below. I am still doing 2024. Lord, 2023. Well, Lord, I'm about to sneeze on. Good Lord. There's never just one. Go ahead. Good Lord. Gosh. I couldn't get the words out because I kept going, like it was, I was like, I can't get You can always book a 2024 reading until February 15th, at which point Anyways. I think the whole point is you don't know where to direct your, like, what to pull the trigger on. In my opinion, that's what it feels like to me. If we're going to use the word end of your rope, like somebody is sick and fucking tired. And it's funny how it's like, you're like, I don't want to hear words. I just want to see action. And I feel like Spirit's a little bit the same. It's like, yeah, action matters. Yeah, action matters. Taking that next step, moving forward, making the choice and decision for something to come through. Well, how the fuck do you know? Like, there's this, see him, he's weighing it out. He's like, there's a choice to be had, and that's the whole point. What is the damn choice? I feel like it's in regards to where you like work, or it's a choice of focus, where you want to focus, which makes sense because the Seven of Cups is almost like, I don't really know. I don't know what's for me. Which one is my cup? Funny. We have the Knight of Cups, which usually the Knight of Cups offers something is on offer. But if Spirit, if you're saying that you have to, like, they have to do something. Like, I feel like they're waiting for something to show up to them. And I feel like you're saying, no, you need to do something. So which is it? Because it's like the idea is the presentation of a cup with, like, look, it's a message. A correspondence. So it is something on offer. Somebody may be having a choice in regards to work. I want to say for some, I feel as if it's like it's already been presented. It is in the center of these two, right? Center energies, overall energy. Like, you've been presented with this, either from Spirit, like Spirit has directed you to something, or an actual offer or something in writing. And it's like an area of focus. Like this is exactly what it'll be very fulfilling. It'll bring a lot of contentment, and it's going to meet. I heard, like, it may not be the exact wish, but it's going to meet a lot of the criteria that you have wished for. Lord of mercy. Eight of Cups. It may feel like you have to let go of something. Queen of what? Okay, wait a minute here. You notice how, like, the Eight of Cups, there's this one coveted cup that he seems to be staring at, but it's in a box. Like, the cup. I feel like these two cards are contradictory because Eight of Cups obviously is something that you have to do. You have to be willing to move forward towards something in order to get your Nine of Cups, your wish fulfillment, right? So you got to walk away. You got to redirect your energy. I don't know if like part of this impasse or part of this, like I give up or being at the end of your rope is like you were hoping for one particular little thing that you held or had on a pedestal. And they're almost saying like you're going, like they're asking you to go in a, like, you have a choice to go in a different direction. You're like, but it's going to, I feel like saying it's going to give you a lot of the things that you wanted. And I think that the gist of it is the whole point of walking away from this is because I feel like you're handing a lot of your power over to this idolized cup that's in this protected box that you can't get to. Like there's something currently in your life you can't attain or that you can't get. And that's where you might be at the end of your rope and you feel like, okay. And it's like the idea is at this point in time, at this juncture, it's not so important to get this cup. Okay. What is important is to get back in your power, like the Queen of Wands, to redirect your focus to joy and delight, to actually start loving and enjoying life. Because here's the thing, it's funny. It's funny because you're so focused on the fact that you don't have it and that it's not here right now, that you are immobile and you're not moving towards it by staring at this coveted thing. If you were to walk away from that and just start making moves that put you firmly back in your fucking power, back in your confidence, back in your joy, and bring you to, remember, Queen of Wands is the epitome when I said like your sacral, I just feel like you want to feel alive again. You want to feel passion in your life again. How much you fucking want to bet you end up at your wish fulfillment by doing that? So it's almost as if it's like this thing isn't here right now. And it's like, but if you made choices and decisions to make it so that you feel happy about life again, even though despite this isn't here, like it's almost like making decisions for you. Like at this point, if it's like, okay, if I can't have this, then what's the next best thing and what can move me forward? And it's like there's something about you will end up where you were wanting to be to begin with. You will end up there. Okay. It's almost like saying, I'm trying to put this in an example for you. Wanting to do, we're going to use a very standard one, right? I want to be an actress, right? And so you can't seem to break in, but people love the way your mind works, and you get offered a job to write, you know what I mean, for a show. And in the writing, your personality shows through so much, but also in writing for this show, they like being one of the writers, you meet people, and because you meet somebody's like, oh my God, you really should be in front of the screen instead of behind the screen kind of thing. And then poof, it's like you think you're walking away from this, but you're actually walking towards it. So something that you don't feel like, you feel like, because I feel like whatever you need to make a choice to or choice of, you're looking at it like that won't fulfill me. That's not what I asked. That's not the coveted cup that I wanted. And it's like, yes, but you know what it will do? It'll put your happy little ass right square in the Queen of Wands energy. And that is what gets you that cup that you wanted. That coveted, this is it. So let's go back. Okay, since we want to know about that coveted cup, like you kind of have to be willing to, right? Because over here, I'm interested now in the whole idea of your luck will soon change, honor and good luck, like these three cards. Your surroundings will undergo a transition. that allow passion to come in. So let's talk about, I want to know about the surroundings, because between travel and things like that, I mean, I just feel like some major environmental change is going to aid in this. And I'm like, am I saying that right? Is that really what's happening? I want clarity on that. Okay, Sun Knight Tarot. Let's make sure. La 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 la. Oh, just a regular. Nope. It's not. I want to know about the winds of change. Queen of Pentacles, King of Swords, the Eight of Cups again. You're definitely going to end up leaving something behind. You have the capacity. You just need to actually do it. Remember, we always say King of Swords, part of the decision is the action, right? King of Swords doesn't hem and haw anymore. He just does. He's decisive, direct, and follows through with precision. And doing that. But then we have here the Three of Cups and the Knight of Cups. I feel like there is an offer in. Here comes that friendship card again, right? Three of Cups is the friendship card. I feel like there's something that either has been, okay, I'm getting to a couple scenarios. Either somebody has had a friend or somebody in your social network, we'll call it, or your network of people that you know that has suggested something or offered something, or you're going to network with people, meaning you need to get out hermit mode again. Somebody has to actually get out of your yeah. Thank you so much. So you're going to get luck. Okay, hold on. Let me rephrase this. They're saying your luck will soon change if you get the fuck out of the place you've been at. You got to get out of your normal dwellings, your normal haunts, your normal places that you traverse. Okay, that's where you'll find something. All right. I feel like you're meant to meet new circles. So that's where it's like, so either somebody is going to receive a potential opportunity, right? From existing network of people, or you're meant to get out of the house. You're meant to get out of your normal routine, your normal environments. And that's where I feel like we've talked about this shit before, though. And I don't know who this is, but you're obviously not listening. And I feel like you're behind the time. And I don't usually say something like that, but you're behind. And Spirit's like, look, I can lead a horse to water, but I can't fucking make you do shit. You keep stopping yourself. You keep. You just don't follow through. You don't follow through. You're exhausted. And part of your exhaustion, they're saying, is because you don't follow through. They're like, you'd come back to life and you'd have more energy and you'd feel more powerful, more well rooted within yourself, even if you would just fucking do this. Like, it reminds me of a parent-child situation. And I'm telling you right now, I can't tell you how many times irritated. Like, my children act like I'm the dumbest fucking thing walking this earth sometimes. And I could tell them a million fucking, I swear to you. And then they come back like after the fact and they're like, oh, I'm like, yeah, guess that would have been a lot easier the first time had you listened, huh? You know what I mean? And they just ignore you. Like, you just don't get it. And that's where I feel like the put up or shut up comes from. Like, I feel someone's projecting on to this situation or spirit what's really truly going on with them, what's reflected with them. It's like you're like telling spirit one thing, and spirit's like, literally have told you and given you all the information I fucking can. You're the one that needs, you're at the impasse. You're gonna have to redirect your energy. I can't fucking do that shit for you. Cannot do it for you. I've literally given you everything else possible. And that there's this thing, this life, this new cycle is waiting. But it sounds like the hallmark of your ending is something that you got to fucking do. You got to pull the trigger on it. You got to do it. That's not, that's why they're like, it's not a tower moment. Because see, tower moments are fated. It's out of your control. It's not a tower moment because this is utterly in your control. And this is the message you're going to keep fucking getting until you get it through your thick skull of what you've got to do, or you make that damn decision. Okay. Thinking. You really are not meant to be in the energy you're in. You are meant to be having passion and pleasure. So I'm going to say it. Spirit's either told you, you've had a friend say something. Like, I feel like even this may even be like you don't have to necessarily for some. I feel like it's 3 scenarios. The 2 that I described, right? Either there's an opportunity being presented from your network. You're needing to get out of your isolation so that you can make the connections to get this offer. Or it also feels as if there's somewhere it's kind of like the Knight of Cups with the message. It's like Spirit has said, if you do this, you'll get out of this. And it's like you just won't follow through. You just keep crawling back in your hole. The woe is me. I'm too tired. I can't do it. I got nothing left. And it's like you have to muster it up. You have to find a way, because Spirit can't do it for you. This is utterly one of those things where it's on you, and Spirit's like, I can do, there's so much, but not this. I can't do this. And because it's bringing me back to, like, I just don't know how, I don't know where. And it's like, they honest to God, they're giving you the answer and somebody's just not fucking doing it. They're showing me somebody who walks in circles until they finally, how when you walk the same path, you actually carve out a path. And it's like they're showing me somebody doing it so much. It's like an animation that they dig their own hole. I said wash, rinse, repeat for somebody. This is just, it's like same shit, different day. I said that in the beginning. So let's just say that the frustration somebody has with life itself is really a reflection on the frustration they should have or do have with themselves. So. And I still feel internally like somebody's like, well, is it this or is it this? And I'm just gonna be honest with you at this point, just from one human to the next, fucking do it and figure it out. Like, just do it. Pick one, do it. See what it does. If it's a no, then do the other thing. Right? And if you're worried about like, oh, what if it fails? Well, shit, what are you doing right now? What would you call it? It ain't succeeding. I can tell you that much. So what do you got to lose again? I mean, but numbing out's not gonna get you out of the situation. It might give you a moment to regroup, but you're gonna have to be careful. You're gonna have to be careful. But the friendship card does tell me that there are connections, either meaning to happen or that have happened, that are trying to help you out, and you are the problem. So, whether you want to see that or not. Alrighty. But you are meant to redirect that energy from woe is me and I just can't and I'd rather just resign to existing. Redirect your fucking energy. Open your heart to joy. And just make decisions so that you can achieve happiness and fun, is what I would say, to enjoy your life. Instead of looking at that coveted cup, like I'm going to, this end goal that you're meant to get to, if you were to focus on whatever I've got to make, whatever decision I got to make right now to enjoy my life. If that means, let's say it's a career, I want this career. Well, guess what? Right now, I'm about to go homeless, and this, that, and the other, and this is going to happen, blah, blah, blah. And I've been in this because I've been focusing on that fucking cup for so long, and I've been in this damn energy. I'm walking a circle. Like, seriously, if it's not bringing you joy, if it's soul sucking, trying to go after something, even if you're like, but I really want that, guess what? You need to get yourself out of that soul sucking energy, and then you just might achieve it. So that, like, it sounds counterintuitive, but you need to be choosing things. So if it means choosing a different job or financial opportunity right now so that you can get yourself out of whatever funk and hole and things like that, because what if the reason that you haven't made this connection because you're in hermit mode is because you're focusing on this, but you don't really have the money, because you're doing that, you don't have the money, so then you can't get out. So it's like this never ending cycle. Break the fucking cycle. That's what they're saying. What would make you happy right now? And not just satiate the ego either, not just to shut up the ego, because is there ever really an opportunity where we get to do that? Because usually the ego will find something else to bitch about. So just saying, but not to just be like, oh, okay. It's not like, oh, I'm just gonna pick any job so I'm secure. It's like, what would, it's moving beyond that. If I pick a job to give me security, then I've got to do what I got to do to get out and have fun. I've got to start enjoying this life. I've got to get myself into that energy, because that will lead me where I need to go. Just saying. All right. Hope this message finds whoever it is meant for. Sort of similar to the last reading with the Six of Swords, where Spirit sent the boat, but the person needs to make the... Girl, I did not even put two and two together with that. Holy shit. Yeah. Well, I guess somebody needed to hear it a different way, because like they didn't get the metaphor and they didn't apply it to themselves. And so Spirit had to get blunt with somebody, I guess. Like, bitch, I'm talking to you. That's what it feels like, doesn't it? Like, bitch, I was talking to you. It's like when your friend tries to be like, oh, they try to redirect you and show you something, and then suddenly they just go like, girl, it's your fucking fault. Holy shit. Like they can't be sugarcoating shit anymore or trying to be polite about it. It's like those people that we've all been dense. We've all been dense before. Lord have mercy. Alrighty. Well, all right. Well, I hope the message found whoever it's meant for. Try to have a good and fabulous, wonderful day, and I will see you all later this week. Okay?